Somebody might have told you that the best way to fix your bad posture is to do this magical exercise called a chin tuck, where you tuck your chin and pull your head back and hope you can give yourself a wonderful double chin.
But the truth is, if you spend 10 hours a day slouched at your computer or slumped into your phone, the 2 minutes a day you spend doing this super light exercise is not really going to make a significant difference to your hunchback or forward head posture. It's like saying to improve your deep Asian squat, the only thing you need to do is lie on the floor with your legs and hips in a squat position. This isn't enough to master a deep squat. In the same way, just doing chin tucks is not enough to actually make significant change to your resting posture. If you want to feel comfortable and good in a deep Asian squat, you need to train the muscles around the ankles, the knees, the hips, and up into the spine and shoulders so that everything knows what it's supposed to do and how to do it, and it's a relatively easy task for those muscles. If those muscles are too weak, you're not going to feel comfortable, and that's the same case for your posture. So that's why we need to talk about the principle that I wish I had taken a lot more seriously when I was younger. To make any exercise more effective, you need to add load. You need to make it harder so that the muscles involved can get much stronger. So when we think about something like the chin tuck, we might just want to tuck the chin, pull the head back, and this can in fact be a challenge. It can work muscles in the back of your neck and help you reprogram things, but it's not going to make the muscles back here that much stronger than they already are. It's just going to kick them in so that they know, okay, we need to work sometimes to get to this position. But if you want to make good posture more automatic and more easily achievable, you got to make those muscles work harder. So one example of how to do that would be to actually do your chin tuck, and then you can change your body's orientation. So now if I'm leaned forward, I now have the weight of my head for these muscles to lift. Right? If I'm just here, the weight of my head is just being pushed straight down by gravity. If I lean forward, now we have a vector that forces these muscles to work harder. So I can hang out here and make those muscles stronger. And if I really want to get more bang for the buck, I can get my upper body into a horizontal position and still maintain that chin tuck as best I can. Now I have the full weight of my head being pulled down towards the floor, and the back of my neck needs to actually work hard to maintain this position. I'm even going to feel my mid-back and upper back working to maintain extension. With the head wanting to droop, those muscles have to work much harder, which means when I then go to a more vertical position, it's going to feel pretty easy relatively. So we're trying to make things much harder than those muscles normally have to work, so that when they get into a vertical position, maintaining good posture feels super easy. But what if you want to make things even harder so that those muscles get even stronger? Then you could start adding weight. I've got some ankle weights here. I can just put those on the back of my head, hold them in position, or if I want to join the circus, I can practice balancing here. And I'm just going to maintain good posture, making sure my mid-back, upper back, and my neck muscles are all working, keeping that chin a little tucked, and really working all this stuff back here. Now, if you do this, you want to start off with something light so you can get used to it, and so you don't get super sore and stiff in your neck, because that would really suck. You hold this position for 10, 20, 30 seconds, and then take that off and gradually get out. But wait, there's more. If you're like me, you want to be able to turn your head and neck as if your head is on a swivel. You don't want to have that involuntary craning of your neck whenever you try to turn your head. So you can also work on that and also load that using the same exercise I just showed you. You could start off with a chin tuck with your head against the wall, and then you can just slowly work on swiveling and turning your head without any extra forward head motion and without your shoulders like hiking up or getting overly involved, right? You want to keep everything relaxed and just maintain contact with your head against the wall. Then you can practice this with a little bit of an incline off the wall. You could be twisting your head to look to the side, twisting your head to look to the side, and when you want to get even more funky with it, you can get all the way bent over and do the same thing. and that's going to make those neck muscles get used to working harder against the full weight of the head. And then when you want to get really funky, you can throw an ankle weight on there or use a training band and just swivel and rotate. Another way to load the back of your neck is to just take a training band and wrap it behind your head, and then you're going to pull with your neck muscles and your upper back muscles, and you're just trying to straighten things out. Now, you want to make sure you're not getting that just from the low back, right? You're not just lifting your rib cage up. You really want to pay close attention to feeling the neck muscles work to pull back. And you can use this same setup to start doing those head rotations, and that's going to help you maintain good posture even when you're turning your head. Increasing the difficulty of exercises is a game changer. It gets those muscles stronger and it makes your posture feel a whole lot more automatic. And after you've spent 10 hours in a slouch, making those muscles work much harder can actually do a lot more to undo that pattern that you were training all day. If all you do is a really light exercise like a chin tuck with no resistance, you get very limited results. But if you start throwing in extra load, if you start making those neck muscles work, you start feeling like, oh, wow, I'm back to normal. I feel like a human again. You can and should use this idea all over your body. If you've got hunchback posture, once you've figured out how to straighten it out, which I've got videos that show you how to do that, you can then start forcing those muscles to work harder, like getting into a sphinx position and then really working to get extension in the spine. It means all those muscles are working harder so that when you're vertical, everything is easy peasy. These are the ideas that you'll find in my Hunchback Fix program, which you can find at uprighthealth.com/hunchback, and you'll also find it linked down below. I really encourage you to check it out. But let me show you one more thing. People will sometimes say that the only exercise you need to fix your posture is just shoulder blade retraction, meaning you're squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back. Now, this isn't a bad exercise, assuming you're doing it correctly, but how can we make this exercise harder so that we're actually getting more bang for the buck? Let me give you one idea. But first, think about it. Drop me a comment down below. What's your idea? Okay, now let's look at one option. So pretty similar setup to what we were doing earlier. So you just need to tilt the body forward. Now the weight of the shoulders, the shoulder blades, even the arms, they all want to hang forward. So now you're working against that weight to create shoulder blade retraction. So if you just do this, that's already going to make it harder. Another way you could adjust this is to actually bring your arms a little out to the side. That makes this effectively heavier. Go ask your physics teacher how this works, or if you are a physics teacher, you can drop a comment down below and explain to everybody why this works. And then you can work on maintaining that shoulder blade retraction, or you could do repetitions, or you could even start throwing in some rotations, which we do in the Hunchback Fix program, which helps you work those shoulder blade stabilizers back here, as well as the rotator cuff muscles and the actual shoulder joint stabilizers. All of that's going to be really helpful for maintaining good posture and getting rid of that hunchback and forward head posture that you're constantly fighting, because this makes those muscles much stronger, so it's a lot easier to get into good posture. I really wish someone had explained all this to me when I was in my teens, or at least by my early 20s. It would have saved me a lot of headache and heartache and a lot of wasted money on chiropractic and massage therapy appointments. So I really hope you find this beneficial for you. Make sure you increase the resistance gradually and safely. Please remember, please, with any new exercise, that slow is safe and fast is foolish. So don't try to do the hardest thing right away. Make sure you can first execute the exercise correctly before you start loading it up. But once you get the form down and you start loading it up, let me know how things feel for you, and I hope you notice just what a huge difference it can make. If you want more workouts to help you with your posture, be sure to check out the Hunchback Fix program. I will link it down below, and that's at uprighthealth.com/hunchback. And yes, it is money back guaranteed if it doesn't feel like a good fit for you, so you risk nothing if you try it out. So go check it out. Links are down below. I've also got free videos here on YouTube that you can check out right here to help you with your hunchback. Hit the like button, subscribe, and as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks, life shouldn't.